YouTube. Graybeard, 19 kilo. Back with the custom oil slick build. I swapped out some parts, so I just wanted to give you guys a update on the new parts for it. This is just a piece of tape over the serial number. This is a Anderson lower. This is the no logo Anderson lower. No horse. This side it's, just clean as always. So I guess I'll just go over the whole thing again. So all of the lower parts and the trigger, charging handle, end plate, castle nut, buffer tube, they are all coated in the oil slick coating. From what I gather, they all started out as stainless steel and then had the coating put on them. And everything besides the charging handle is great. The charging handle, it's a little flimsy right there, but it functions. The takedown pins are of the extended variety. Can you see that? They're the extended variety. The buttstock. The buttstock is the Strike Industries Viper CQB with quick detach points on both sides, and you can also run a sling through the bottom right here if you so choose. Ambidextrous attachment points on the end plate. Strike Industries 20% grip. I would have liked the 15%, but they didn't have the 15%, so I just went ahead and got the 20. I do like a rubber overmold, even though this is not a bad grip by itself. It has some texturing right here, but I decided to put this covert clutch. Covert clutch sleeve with a hex pattern, and you can tell the difference. It's not that thick, but once you put it on a grip, you could tell the difference. And it just gives you a little more of a tackier feel, which I like. You don't have to worry about maybe if your gloves get wet, if you're wearing gloves, that it might slide off. Or if you just have bare hands and you're sweating, you don't have to worry about, feel like your hands might slip off. Once you grab onto it, your hands aren't going anywhere until you want them to. Timber Creek trigger guard, skeletonized on the bottom for weight. And, you're going to have the thickest gloves on that you want. You stick your paw right in there. So I had a Anderson upper, but I saw this War Dog Industries upper. No dust cover, no forward assist, but that's fine because eventually this is going to go in a case and just be for display purposes, even though it functions. See more of the skeletonized cuts right there. Of course, the oil slick lower parts. I mean, I'm really loving this thing, and it locked up solid to the lower receiver. No issues there. The fitment is just about the same. I was kind of worried there, but I mean, hey, it looks like everything matches up great. It even matches up great with the handguard. Now you see the F, so this is a Fortis switch. I think it's a 13 inch. No, it might be 12 and a half inch. I believe it is 12 and a half inch Fortis switch handguard that I actually got on sale from Fortis for $78. I think some places are still selling these guards for over $200, definitely over $150. So a lot of times if you want to get into upgraded parts, just wait for the sales to come. Have your money ready to go and pounce on it, because believe me, when the sales happen, they're not going to last that long. Strike Industries, angled foregrip. I usually wrap a finger around here and I can, get a nice snug pull into my armpit. Of course, the 16-inch oil slick mid-length barrel. Chamber to 5.56. Gas block also has the oil slick coating, as well as the muzzle brake and timing nut. As you can see, I kind of marked this up here a little bit. I'll get into that in a minute. I have a Monstrum Tactical scope mount. 4 torque screws, locks it down solid to the Picatinny rail. It's a 1-in-6 NC Star Shooter Series scope. The glass clarity is excellent. It's not Burris or Vortex, of course, but for the price point, this makes this a steal in my mind. It is cost effective. The rail does have some T marks on it. If you're into that and you want to have that. Okay, so back to this front part up here. So as I was, switching everything out, came across a problem with the crush washer. Because of this oil slick coating, this wasn't your average crush washer price. So I'm a little upset about this. But a lot of times when you crush these washers down and then you take the brake off, if you're doing work on it, a lot of times these things are hard to get off, man. Sometimes this is what you have to do. You have to cut it to get it off. And that is exactly what I had to do. I'm not too happy about that. I was hoping to and I know they say you're not supposed to reuse crush washers. But, like I said, for this cost, I was going to use it again. Luckily, I had a oil slick timing nut, so I just slapped that on there. And even if I just had to use a regular 5.56 crush washer, so be it. I'd have been happy. So there you have it, guys. Till the next time, be safe and flood your ranges with as much brass and steel casings as possible.